What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to day 11 of the 12 rebuilds of Christmas here on the channel. And kind of regret doing this year. Playing Madden 18 for long periods of time in a short amount of time is not a healthy combination, especially around the holidays. It's just not a good game. So it's been a battle. There's been some good moments. There's been some bad moments. Let's just say the best way to put it is I'm excited that it's almost over. And hopefully Madden 19 is a much improved game and it's not so much just a brutal, painstaking. It feels like a job. It feels like a 100% job. And yeah, but anyways, we're doing Rebuild Roulette here. And we're doing the Minnesota Vikings, a very popular team, very, very hot this year. Top 3 team in the NFL. Case Keenum playing out of his mind. But I figure in terms of some of the wedges on the wheel, the Vikings are a very interesting team to do that. And we also have a new wedge right here called Juiced, inspired by our Juice series. I still have no idea how that didn't catch on. I thought that was an awesome idea. But that's just, that's what happened. I'm not going to get into it. YouTube's been real bad this year to C4. Last year I got, put this way, those little videos that pop up on the side of when you're watching someone's video? Last year, when I was growing so fast, most of my views are coming from that. I'm getting none of that this year, so I guess I'm on the naughty list. To put it back in Christmas time. But anyway, we're doing the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to do 3 to 4 spins. We'll do 4, whatever. It's the last rebuild roulette for a little bit. So yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens. And we also decided to make the no free agency, no draft. Just one wedge, because I feel like, you want to have some bad wedges here, but you don't want to have just, you don't want your odds to be, it's either going to be 50-50, a good or bad one, because usually the better of wedges, the more fun the rebuild is going to be. So without further ado, spin number 1. I'm going to put some notes here. Oh, Mud Upgrade. There's the biggest. I think Mud Upgrade is debatably the biggest one that you could get, especially for how well the Vikings have been this year. There's going to be big time upgrades for a bunch of their players, I assume. But that is 1 spin down and 1 great wedge. Going to spin number 2. Give me something good. Rival trade. So rival trade is not necessarily the worst thing. It can sometimes end up being an upgrade. So basically how the rival trade works is whatever position we spin right here, which is going to be, I hope to God, wide receiver, not wide receiver. Okay, it's fullback, so that's probably the best one. That's we got lucky there. Basically, we had to trade our fullback to the next highest rated fullback in the division. There's actually a chance that the Vikings have the highest overall fullback. So that technically could be a downgrade. But literally fullback, oh, I'm so glad that was it. All right, spin number 3. Oh, there's a juiced. How a juiced works, very similar. We are going to take one player and give him the top stats of everyone else on the team. So here, let's just get it's easier to explain once we get the position. So the position for juiced, oh, something dynamite. Strong safety. So the strong safety is going to get all of the best physical traits. So speed is going to go with, like, I don't know the fastest guys, like Trey Wayne or something like that on the Vikings. I don't know. We'll see when we get in there, but it's very, very good. And we're going to have 1 incredibly empowered strong safety. I don't know if that's Sendejo or Harrison Smith off the top of my head, but okay, why not? And our final spin. So really, we're looking good 3 spins in, not one real negative one. All right, it's going to be a draft lock, which means that when the draft comes, we have to draft solely from one conference. What I've decided to do is, because in the draft there's so many random small schools that you see that are FCS, call it like Division 2. So I made the Mack, Central USA, AAC, and the Sun Belt. If I pull those, I can also draft just the Randy schools and stuff like that. Come on, Big 10, Big 12, SEC, Pac-12. Oh my God. All right, we got the Central USA plus the randoms. So luckily enough, we have the Mud Upgrade and the Juice, so we probably don't need to rely on the draft a whole lot to really build our team up, but that is a kind of annoying one to get. But all in all, we have our 4 wedges, our 4 stipulations for this Minnesota Vikings rebuild. Let's jump into it. Alright, so here's our team. So we have 4 wedges. One that we can't talk about just right yet or see in action was our draft lock, which means we have to draft players only from the Central USA plus all non-Division I NCAA schools to help it out, kind of open the pool up a little bit. We also had the rival trade, where we had to move our fullback and trade him to the next best fullback on either the Packers, Lions, and or Bears, and we sent CJ Ham, who was 64 overall, to the Green Bay Packers for 72 overall Aaron Ripkowski. So that is actually a trend in the right direction. We also had the juice tab where we pulled the strong safety position. So maybe you thought I was going to go with Andrew Sendejo. Psych. We went with J-Ron Curse. I don't know if he's the I don't think he's the son. He might be like the nephew or something of legendary Philadelphia Eagle Tennessee Titan. Much more Tennessee Titan as he was a bust with the Eagles. Javon Curse. Look at this, 6'4", and he has literally, like, look, we have the Trey Wayne speed, Linval Joseph's strength. We got Adam Thielen's catching, Stephon Diggs catching traffic, Xavier Rhodes is jumping. We have Harrison Simmons hits power, the power moves of Everson Griffin. We basically have the block shed, the tackle of Linval Joseph, and then the man coverage and zone coverages of Harrison Smith and Xavier Rhodes. So all in all, 99. He's got to be an absolute stud. Studley the Dragon over here. And then we had the MUT upgrade. So that was on the offensive side of the ball, which is why we have an 88. Actually, all these old ratings are kind of altered a little bit because of the scheme fit. But basically, we had Case Keenum got bumped up to an 86. Latavius Murray was a 90. Stephon Diggs was his power-up 4, 91. Thielen was a Team of the Week, 90. That is actually insane. Kyle Rudolph is a base overall of an 84, and when we pop in, he goes to a 91. Oof. Holton Hill, who I never, or no, Rashard Hill. Holton Hill's a corner from Texas. Rashard. Our Hill is basically a tackle that's been doing nasty things for the Vikings this year, I guess. He has 2 Team of the Week MUT cards. We have Joe Berger, who had a Veterans card. It was an 86, I guess 89 with the scheme. Outside of that, not a lot of upgrades from that standpoint on the offensive line outside of Hill. But all in all, this offense is looking very, very dangerous to go with a bunch of freaks on the defensive side of things. So I'm not anticipating an overly long rebuild. These are 3-year rebuilds, but I fully expect us to go in a legitimate playoff run here in year number 1. And at the end of year number 1, with an 11-5 record, we host the divisional rival Chicago Bears in a wild card matchup. And I'm not going to lie, we're playing this. We're getting through these 12 rebuilds of Christmas. There's no messing around. The team is built. Let's see if we can go on a run year 1. Gonna spend our XP still, but hey, first place in the NFC North. I'd like to see that. Take a look at our stats. We have Case Keenum here, 3,700 yards, 26 TDs, 11 interceptions. We re-signed Case Keenum. We're gonna be rolling with Case Keenum as our starter for this rebuild. I mean, he's 88, 89, somewhere in that range. I don't expect him to creep into the 90s, but as long as he can, hold steady, we should be fine. Running attack looked real good. Almost 1,400 yards, 8 TDs from Latavius Murray, 800 yards and 14 touchdowns from Dalvin Cook. So we just ran the ball down his team's throats, as you would expect. As far as receiving is concerned, 64 catches, 868 and 7 from Thielen, 849 and 3 from Diggs. We get 866 and 6 from Jarius Wright, as well as 604 from Kyle Rudolph. So the numbers are kind of, off the mark from where they are in real life. Both Thielen and Diggs probably will or have already broken 1,000 yards, but at least hopefully the sim helps them out there a little bit. On the defensive side, Eric Kendricks led the team with 147 tackles and 2 sacks. We got 16 sacks from Sharif Floyd, 13.5 from Daniel Hunter, 12 from Everson Griffin, 7 from Linval Joseph, as well as 5 picks from Xavier Rhodes, 3 from Anthony Barr. That is the 99 curse. That's all he put up. Okay, it's not that good. A little odd that the freakish monster only put up 1 interception. MVP went to Ben Roethlisberger. Let's see if any Vikings... Do we get any awards? Nope. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Todd Gurley. Nope. Defensive Player of the Year went to Jared Davis. Hey, Eric Kendricks coming in number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Mitchell Trubisky, with Dalvin Cook coming in at number 5. And Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Jared Davis, with no one from the Minnesota Vikings. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this matchup here against the 9-7 Bears. We're going to go to town. We're going to do the damn thing. Oh, get mossed. Kyle Rudolph just mossed 50. I don't know if that's Trevathan or Freeman, but either or. Wow, great ball place from Case Keenum. Opening drive touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, trying to get to the Super Bowl in their home stadium. I don't know if you know that fact, if you've watched any football on Sunday this year, that it's in Minnesota. Do you guys know that? I know that. All right, first and goal from the 6. Looking to make this 2-score lead here. Who wants it? Thielen. Oh, Adam Thielen. That actually, he might have the best route running for a white wide receiver I've ever seen. And that it does include a lot of talented slot guys like Edelman, Wes Welker, Ed McCaffrey, so on and so forth. What a route runner. Oh, oh, that was cheesy right there. I hope no one watched that's lactose intolerant, because that was cheesy and your pooper's about to be clogged up for a couple days. But we'll take that. And that should let us super sim the remainder of this ball game. Get us across the finish line. Come on. Or maybe not? I guess not? Okay. Sure. Well, the good guys could not be stopped as we worked our way down to the 1. We got this 91 Latavius Murray. Should be able to execute the C4 special. He gets the edge. Oh, he gets blown up. But falls into the end zone. Probably has a broken ankle. Does not matter. It looks like we've done enough to get on to the next round. Oh, thank God. There's been so much Madden cheese lately. I needed that to happen. As the Minnesota Vikings move on, beating the divisional rival Chicago Bears 28-21. Case Keenum on the day, 266. 3 touchdowns. Pretty much it doesn't show on the player stats for some odd reason. Kyle Rudolph had like 144 yards on the day. He was a monster as the Minnesota Vikings are moving on to the NFC divisional round. Game. Ah! Oh, Thielen! You go. I don't know what kind of speed you got. You give it everything you got. And there we go. In the Blair Walsh Bowl, going up against the Seahawks. This is the only highlight because nothing has happened until this moment. But luckily enough, Thielen gives the shot to the nuts that this game needed. Look at that. Perfect route. Just enough speed to get out of the grasp of, I don't know who that is, but Earl Thomas couldn't catch him. 3-point lead. Oh, Rudolph, go! Go, Rudolph, go! Just in time for Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer hopefully puts this one to bed. Thank God. Get me out of this game. I was out of 2 long touchdowns. This has just been terrible. Everything's a fumble. Everything's an incompletion. This Keenum is an 89. And he's had about 6 to 7 overthrows. And I'm like a 62 overall quarterback. Wouldn't miss. Hey, at least, you know, at least we're in the lead right now. Let's sim this one out. Oh, looks like we get the turnover there. I think winner of this plays the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. There we go. 27-10. A little bit of revenge here in the Blair Walsh Bowl as Keenum went for 271. 2 touchdowns on the day. 116 rushing yards there for Latavius Murray. Look at that. Couldn't throw it. Diggs did nothing. Thielen did 1 big play. But I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. And we're in the NFC Championship ball game. Right there. Oh, beautiful. Opening drive in the NFC Championship game against the Atlanta Falcons. And our favorite target of the rebuild, Kyle Rudolph, puts us ahead 7-zip. All right, we're rolling just through the magic of Madden. We're now losing 14-10, but we are trying to do some damage here. Oh, wide open. And he holds on! He actually holds on! Jerry is right. Catches it in the red zone as we go up 17-14 at half. He caught it. There's been so many drops, and he caught it. Good for him. All right, Diggs needs to go all the way. Oh, we're still in it. We're down 28-17. Stephon Diggs takes it 51 yards to the house to try to keep us in this ball game. Down 4. All right, we're going right now. 1st and 10 from the 18. Field goal away from tying it, but we're not going for a tie, baby. Oh, right there, Rudolph. Oh, and he mosses him. Mini moss. Up to the 4-yard line now. Ooh. Got a slant. We'll just go slants right now. This is really is C4 special territory. But I feel like we've got this far today on the arm of Case Keenum. Why? We only got that 1 timeout. Let's see what we can do. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just throw it away. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. That was like a fumble, interception, something like that. We got 21 seconds. You know what I'm going to do? You got to remind yourself that we do have the mutt version of Latavius Murray. He's a 91, maybe 92 with the confidence boost. You got to at least try 1 C4 special with him. And it's going to work! There you go. With 18 seconds to go, the Minnesota Vikings get the go-ahead touchdown. And just like that, the Minnesota Vikings are going home for the Super Bowl, edging past the Atlanta Falcons 32-28 on the day. Case Keenum, 286 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have 2 picks. Wasn't a pretty ball game, but we did just enough to get to the Super Bowl. I think we are setting up a matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is always fun playing up against that defense. But let's pop into that game. Oh, Jerry's breaking it. Dives there. Man, every game that we played, Thielen and Diggs get shutouts. That means we have to use our tight end, and friggin' Jerry is right. In the Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's still good enough for a 7-0 lead. Alright, we managed to get up to the 2 in a very exciting game where the Jags have mustered, at this point, 35 yards of offense. Which is, let's be honest, it's kind of... Oh my god, can he battle his way up there? That was a valiant effort. But, I mean, what happens? If the Minnesota Vikings and the Jags made the Super Bowl, it would be very much all defense, I would assume. You know, a lot of... Ooh, do we dare try to take it this way? Can't we? No, that was a bad idea. C4 special getting nixed out at every turn. I guess we need to throw this one. Like I said, I mean, the best part about this is at least the Jags suck as much as we have sucked. But it's been frustrating because every time you throw the ball, it feels like it's an interception waiting to happen. Let's see what we can do right there. That's a drop. Tough catch. Probably should have made it. That's a drop. Settle for the field goal. Alright, we'll send this one out. 21-0, a shutout in front of the home fans of the Minnesota Vikings here in the retro. That's not the retro rebuild. Get it right. This is the rebuild roulette. Spin the rebuild. Whatever you want to call it. The Minnesota Vikings are your Super Bowl champions in year 1. I'd like to thank the juiced J-Ron Curse, the mud upgrade on offense, and everything in between. This was a murderer's row of defenses that we had to go through. We played the Falcons, who have a really tough Madden defense. Played the Seahawks. Played the... Well, I mean, the Bears weren't that hot. But the Seahawks, Falcons, and Jags are 3 very frustrating defenses to have to go up against here. And we were able to, you know, overcome all the odds. And it wasn't an exciting game by any means. But, I mean, this Jags defense, in terms of Madden overpowerness, is, you know, it's tough to run the ball. Even though we ran the ball well. Game ball goes to Latavius Murray. You can't throw it against him. You throw it against him, it's a pick. I had 2 picks that were that stupid, like contested catch animation where the ball gets popped up into the air 35 yards and the DB or safety can pick it off, which was frustrating. Oh, they actually get the MVP right. Did they patch that? Every time it used to be a random player, but they actually gave it to here. Maybe that is a patch. Things are getting better. It's only December. And they're fixing issues that weren't issues in Madden 17. Let's get them up there on the podium in front of the home fans there in Minnesota. They're cold. They're freezing their ass off. They're happy that they're inside for the time being. They're not looking forward to the trek home. You got Case Keenum, Diggs, Kendricks up there. You got Mike Zimmer, glass eye and all. Does that guy, can he even see anymore? But let's lift this trophy up. Let's get it. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Rebuild Roulette as part of day 11 of the 12 rebuilds of Christmas. As always, if your first time stopping by, don't be afraid. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.